We're now going back into camp. Well, we'll be going back to camp. He'll be going back to Las Vegas to prepare. What should a world-class training camp look like? Or what would you do if you know you're fighting for the heavyweight champion of the world? What differences do you make? What changes do you make? Challenging for a world title.
Well, there's not much you can do but follow the rule of a training camp.
Okay.
You know, you surround yourself with viable sparring partners. You try to focus on the fight and other fights. Like I said, when I come to your show, I don't come here to train other trainers.
Oh, I appreciate that.
So I won't reveal all that I know. I won't reveal all that I know about training camps.
Yes.
But I have a vast insight to what's supposed to be done in a training camp. Being in the Latimer Klitschko camp and Lennox Lewis training camp for many years. You know, I spent a lot of years in Lennox Lewis training camp, Latimer Klitschko training camp, and I know firsthand what you have to do to prepare for major fights, because I've been with two of the best heavyweights in the last 25, 30 years. And I've had a front row seat as to how to prepare for difficult fights. And in watching Lennox Lewis and Latimer Klitschko and Vitaly Klitschko.
Okay.
So yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about. There's more to do the Usyk story. There's more stories coming out of Ukraine. What have you read about it? What have you heard about it of recent times?
Nothing. I haven't paid any attention to it. You know, as far as I'm concerned, it's water under the bridge. You know, he said that he wanted to do something different with a different trainer, and so I don't knock that there. I said more power to him. You know, good luck.
People talking about training camps and how you set up training camps and calling you a diva. What's your response to all of that?
A diva?
Yes.
If I'm one of the main trainers of today, and I do consider myself to be one world today, diva, I'm just doing what professionals do. I'm no more different than Freddie Roach, Emmanuel Stewart, Teddy Atlas, any of those other guys. They've been out there for a long time, and their services are in demand. That's why I'm here in South Africa. I'm here in South Africa. I command and demand my respect, and I felt that I wasn't being respected by the Usyk management at the end. I didn't like that, and I don't have to take that. I could have easily walked away, but I said, no, I won't walk away. I'll let him fire me and then justify to the people as to why he fired me. I worked with him for 3 years from the very beginning. He could have got Lomachenko to work with him from the beginning. He didn't have to choose me. He could have chose anybody in the entire world. He was an Olympic gold medalist, so he had the key to the world. He could have had anybody to come in and train him. But he sought me out of all the trainers that he could have sought out. He sought me out to come in and start his professional career. I heard the manager say and make a statement saying that, when you have 300 or more fights, you don't need this match. He said that you don't have to. No, there's a lot of amateurs, great amateurs, that didn't pan out in the pros. Adjustments made when you leave the amateurs coming into the pro. There are a lot of adjustments that have to be so that the great amateur, can fit in as a pro. I came in for 3 years. I left the States to go into Ukraine and work with this man hand in hand. I worked with him. So if he decided to choose another trainer, then I have no problems with that. I don't condemn him for that. Everybody has a right to make changes in their life according to what they think is best for them. He said that it was his doing. He said nobody had nothing to do with this here. You know, nobody had nothing to do with his decision, which I defer. I don't think so. I know Alexander Usyk. I know him very well, and I think that his decision was influenced by his new manager. You know, I think that his decision to terminate my services was influenced by his new manager. And I'll stand by that. Even if Usyk comes back and say, no, it was my decision. But I think it was influenced. Because all the way up until then, everything was smooth going. The minute that he got this manager, everything changed. In fact, the first day I met this man, the first 5 minutes I met this man, Igis Klimas. Igis Klimas. The 5 minutes, I didn't know this man from a hole in the wall. And the first thing that came out of his mouth was, I asked him, I said, what are we doing here at this meeting? We met in Kiev in the Ukraine. He said, well, this man is talking about firing you. I said, who's talking about firing me? He said, this man to my right, who was Alexander Usyk. And I said, well, why would he fire me? For what reason? And then he laughed it off. But I wasn't laughing because I think that was setting the stage for things to be. Mm-hmm. I felt that this man wanted to be eliminated from the very beginning. We got to the fight. They made the fight. They made the one fight. They didn't check with me. They didn't call me and say, well, what do you think about Fabricio Michuno? What do you think about him? I would have said no. You know, we don't need Fabricio Michuno in our first fight on HBO. And I said no. I would have said no, but they didn't check with me. They just made the fight. This is the fight we made. Live with it. You know? Well, second call me to check with me. First round. Second, he goes to the weigh-in. We get to the weigh-in. And on the podium, you have a conditioning coach and you have a manager. I wasn't allowed to go on the podium next to the fighter that I had trained and prepared for this fight. That had never happened to me in 45 years of training boxers all over the world. That had never happened to me. So that was a disrespect. I was not allowed to do any interview with Usyk prior to that fight. Klimas and Usyk did the interviews. I was not allowed to. I was not allowed to say anything at press conferences. I was not allowed on the podium at press conferences. You know what I'm saying? And then there was another person wrapping their hands in the locker room. You know, another person was wrapping their hands. The first time that had happened since I had trained Usyk, I had always wrapped his hands. And then immediately after the fight, he had his hands in the ice bucket. So I said that it was disrespect all the way around the board. I felt contempt and disrespect. And I said, well, this won't last long because I'm not going to keep taking this, you know. I'm not going to keep taking it. So, yeah, you know, I don't have to be happy with somebody trying to put their foot on my neck. As simple as you just say, listen, we don't need your service anymore. And I'll say, okay, and I'll move out of the way, as I've done, you know. But that's my side of the story. You know, now they may have a different take on this story. Me being a diva, I'm one of the top trainers in the world. And when I say top trainers, I mean the top 3 in the world. I can compare my skills to anybody that's out there. I've done this long enough. I suffered long enough. I went through hell and high water to be in the position where I'm at today, to be respected by the powers that be in the sport. I labored to get here. Nobody gave me a damn thing. Everything I've done, I've labored to get here. So if a person doesn't want to beat me, hey, you know, all well and good. Everybody has a right. You understand? Everybody has a right to change things to make their lives better. But don't say that it was your idea. Because if it was your idea, this is my point. If it was your idea, then why did you terminate the assistant trainer? What did that have to do with it? I could see him terminating the trainer, but he had terminated his friend, the assistant trainer, too. I felt that this was Igis Klimas' plan to change the entire corner to the corner that he personally wanted. And that's my opinion, and I'll live by the opinion, and I'll stand by it to the end.
Wow. Because
Yeah.
those comments were made via Ukrainian news. We found out, and we were quite blessed to have somebody from the Ukraine living in Canada who actually translated what was being said, and he was quite disgusted and disappointed at the stuff that was coming out. There was a lady who made a comment. I think she's involved with Ukrainian boxing. She made a comment about you. Yeah, you heard about the comment she made about you.
Yeah, she said that Bashir was he was temporary all of the time.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
temporary, and that Anatoly Lomachenko was always the trainer, but I was just temporary. I'm not temporary for nobody. And she made a stupid ass statement. She's a young woman. She doesn't even know the half of what I've been through in boxing. I was in boxing before she knew what a boxing glove was. Before she even knew what a boxing glove was, I've been in boxing. And she makes a stupid ass statement like that there. That I was temporary. 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 I took this man to the world title. I guided him. It was, and to me, when a boxer goes to a world title, there's a relationship, sort of like a marriage. You understand? You work hand
In hand.
and nail. You work together. You know? I'll show you what you need to do. You have the physical attributes. Go out there and do it. You understand? We broke the record of Evander Holyfield together. That was our design from the very beginning. From the very first fight, our design was to break Evander Holyfield's record, to go out there and upset that record. You understand? We both expressed a desire to do it, and together we did it. And then this woman comes along, this imbecile comes along and says, oh, he was temporary. He was temporary. Temporaries don't do stuff like that. And so, yeah, I got upset about it, and I'm still upset about that. She said something like that. Yeah, I would never disrespect her like that. I would never disrespect anybody like that. To say something like that, yeah. I have a history of getting the best results out of fighters. That's why when one door closed, another door opened. I'm back at it again. I'm on the grind here. And I'm still working with a young talent out of the Ukraine. I've been working with him for quite some time. Vlad Sarenko, and my intentions is that I'll make him heavyweight champion. I'll guide him. Here's a young man that's coming out of the amateurs, hasn't had a pro fight. He's only 21 years old. He's 6'3". He's 240 pounds. And he's a young man, and he's seeking my services. So I will go back to Ukraine, and I will start from the very beginning. I'll start from the very beginning with this man, and here in South Africa, I'll start from the very beginning with this young man, and I'll guide them both to the heavyweight championship. God willing, I'll guide them both to the heavyweight championship, and then they'll say I'm temporary too when I get them there. So
how do you ensure that what happened to you with Igor Klimas will not happen again to you with this guy you invested in Ukraine?
There's no guarantees. The only guarantee is that we're going to live and we're going to pass on. Those are the guarantees. In life, there are no guarantees. People say, well, you got to get a contract to secure yourself. You're not secure with a contract.
That's true.
You can get a contract and you won't be secured. Because when people dispute your contracts, you got to have money for attorneys to fight those contracts in court.
But what about if they break the contract earlier, there's a penalty for it? Do you get your money anyway? You get paid well anyway.
Yeah. I had a contract starting out, but somehow the contract did not get renewed going into the championship fight. Because there was designs, ulterior motives and designs behind the scenes to get me out. But I don't. Somehow I have a sense of relief. Not being involved with the Usyk corner. I have a sense of relief. Because my mama said, son, she said, don't stay where you're not wanted. And I followed that word all the way to my death. I'll follow that word. She said, do not stay where you wanted. Don't go where you're not wanted, son. I'm here in South Africa, and I'm training and I'm happy. I'm happy about my environment. I'm happy about the fight I'm working with, and we're growing together. There's no guarantee about that. The only thing that's guaranteed is that we're living and we're gonna pass on. That's what we get. That's what's guaranteed. So I don't fear not being with USAC. My legacy wasn't built on USAC. My legacy wasn't built on USAC. My being with USAC doesn't define who I am and what I've done in boxing. I was a name. I was an entity before USAC.
What about criticism by Usyk himself that said that the translation was that I've learned all that Bashir could possibly teach me and he can't teach me anything else?
That's his opinion, That's his opinion. I don't think that I got to teach him. I don't think I got to teach him 2/3 of what I could teach him. I think he only got 1/3 of what I have. Had we had time over the years, I could have taught him more. But if that's his opinion, I don't have a problem with that. I don't condemn that.
The other question again that come out from the was Bashir doesn't come to camp in time. Bashir doesn't organise camps properly. They're always disorganised. Nobody knows what they're doing. Again, this came from the this is what they're telling people in the Ukraine, and so this is why I'm just.
My God, I can't believe. I would like to get the source who said that.
It is in. I'll get the information. I think it's either. I'll get the information to you, but I'll put the link and I'll attach it to the video, and I'll go back and talk to our friend Eugene.
When I first met the Eagles Cleaners,
yes,
he asked me, could I stay in a training camp with Usyk all the way through?
Mm-hmm.
But I was never asked to stay in a training camp with him all the way through. Nobody ever asked me. I was always invited into the camp 4-5 weeks before he went to the fight. Nobody ever said, hey, at the very beginning, nobody ever said, hey, can you be here all the way through? Nobody ever asked me. And when I came in the camps was organized. We got the sparring partners, we had the regime set up, we had a routine, and that's the way it was. And then there were a lot of people there in the camp that was trying to make decisions when I was the chief trainer. You understand? So what can I do? I mean, what do I do? Get in a pissing contest every time I get ready to do something in the camp? Different times I said that, look, I want this many rounds a day. Well, he can't do that many rounds a day because he might be tired. What do you mean he might be tired? He's a young man. How the hell do you get tired in a training camp? You're a young man. So it was always one person over here saying, well, he might get tired, or one person saying, today we're going to do this, we're going to do that, So what do I do? Get into a pissing contest?
Well,
that's a lie.
That's a lie. Who are these people, and why did you allow them to be in camp after camp after camp? If these same people are coming up,
they were there. They were there because of Alexander Usyk wanted them there. They were in place before I came to that camp. They were in place. And it was only so much I could do. I was just one person, and I was taking off. It's like an airplane taking off against the wind. All right? So I begged to differ with this. They said that I didn't know how to set up a training camp. With all this experience that I have setting up a training camp,
sounds bizarre to me.
Not true.
Sounds bizarre to me.
That's not true.
Sounds some sort of spin doctor crap.
I've set up so many training camps I can do it in my sleep. I know exactly what to do. I know exactly how to set up a training camp. I know exactly when to apply what and when to unapply. You know?
All right.